Stay tuned. You won't want to miss today's episode, where the spotlight is on Karens and their side-splitting antics that are sure to keep you chuckling. We got us a tweaker here, folks.
And instead of never mess with that lady, shut the and get out of here. Get the call me another and knock the out of here. Get your up and get the out of here. Because if I go in my purse, it's going to be hell to pay. What? Get the out of here and leave that lady alone. Call me another. Call me another. It's out the door. Hey, let's go. I'm going to show you about it.
Customer service needed in the liquor department. Customer service needed in the skin care department. Customer service needed in the...
Here's the first part of this little story.
Oh, you need to get at my office with that conversation. Start the conversation over, but we're not holding a hostile meeting.
No one's holding a hostile meeting. I'm on the phone with my husband and...
I'll let you go out there and finish the conversation with your husband. And when you get ready to meet with me, we can get started.
You just left me in a hallway for 11 minutes and I walked on the phone because my husband...
So listen, if you need to end the call or we're not...
I'm not ending the call. That's not fair. I'm having my husband on the phone. James, this is real. Hear this.
I'm not... Listen, James.
Oh, she's screaming at you.
Entering. No, I'm talking to him on the phone. You can be dramatic today. It's not going to work.
I'm not being dramatic. Can you call the school district while I stand here?
No, you can call them while you stand here.
No, I'm using 2 devices. Please call them. I'm asking you to call the school district. It's your school.
I will not tolerate the disrespect.
James,
today.
this is real.
It is real. I will not tolerate the disrespect today.
After seeing this, I'm still torn on which side I should take.
And I can't do anything. Do not touch me, dude.
Let's not escalate the
Please
situation.
get my kids. Where are my
Let's
kids?
go.
Are you a resource officer or are you like a police officer?
Your conversation is to me.
The only reason I'm asking is because I need assistance right now. That's not me being dramatic. My son, a couple months ago, had a $1,500... Can I please talk to you?
No, it's
that I'm not even allowed. This is great.
It's an administrative issue.
This is insane.
Thank you.
You just told me I couldn't speak to a police officer.
You go to Columbus Police Department.
So why couldn't I speak to him?
Because you're in my office. This jurisdiction is under me.
Do you realize the level of like the throne that you think you're sitting on?
No,
you think that
those 3 right there entitle me to make the
then do your job and things wouldn't be stolen, kids wouldn't be bullied or by their race or by how much money they have. If you want the truth, do your job. I'm literally trying to talk to you and I tried to speak to somebody and you just told me I couldn't speak to him. Okay, please don't touch me. I'm fine. I'll walk.
All right, come on, you guys have to go. Thank you.
Why won't you let me speak to you?
That is not...
And that's not me being confrontational.
I understand this is not my school, but you guys have to go. Thank y'all so much.
He doesn't even have his stuff. He has to get his stuff.
He can get it, but you have to go. Come on.
He has to get his stuff. I don't understand. How do you want him to get his stuff?
My favorite part was the dude in the truck hearing what's happening and then immediately noping out of there. I won't lie, out of context, this looks bad. But then you realize this shot is for thousands of dollars in prize money, and it all starts to suddenly make sense.
That was perfect. That was goddamn the most perfect thing ever.
Hit it perfect. I got the shot. You guys
Frank, that's perfect analysis, Frank. That was as perfect as that shot.
All right, it's fine. No big deal. Life goes on.
One day at a time. Thank you. I cannot believe I missed that shot.
The law of fantastic freakouts is in full effect here.
I'm not here, Karen. My husband is right there with his wife. Okay, I don't give a
Always excuse me. I said excuse me.
Okay, I said excuse me, and you got to have a room with me. You got to have a room with me. All I did was talk past you.
That's your.
Talk past you. You start talking about your black husband. I don't give a about your black husband.
Excuse me.
Just because you said black husband, you're not a racist. That's all of it. Call me this store. Call me again. Call me again. Call me again. Say the word. I'm the right one. Try it. That's what the I thought.
I said.
Watch your mouth.
Excuse me.
The wrong. I'm the wrong. This motherfucker store. I'm a big child. Say it again. You didn't hear what the
I always talk about how people start recording too late here. Well, this person switches things up by stopping the recording too early.
Being scared and trampling you.
Is it your moose?
It's not my moose, but it's a goddamn wild animal. Get the away from it. You idiots.
This is a metal expenses now.
Let it be wild. Don't have to like.
Jesus Christ, you guys must be the dumbest people I've ever met in my life.
God, come on.
Go ahead, touch it.
Go ahead, try. Go ahead, try. See what happens. See what the happens.
See how long that leg will go.
Get the away from the moose.
You're wishing it would hit me right now.
Yeah, I am.
Me and Poppy might hit both of you guys in the bottom.
A little closer.
If the moose don't.
A little closer.
Go on.
You guys are idiots.
Don't touch it. No, it's on your foot.
Get him.
Yeah, get him.
Yes.
Get him. Get him.
What buddy comedy did I just stumble into?
Even though I've taken the bus like hundreds and hundreds of times, I know this route. Damn. We have to be at the bus stop on the other side of the street to get to the mall where we're going. He thinks we have to be on this side of the road, and I tell him, and he won't listen, and he keeps giving me for it. So there's the bus right there. I'm gonna ask this driver and record everything. Ask him, does this go to the mall? He's gonna be like, no, you have to go to the other side of the road. Let's go ask him. Let's go ask him right now. Let's go ask him, does this go to the mall? Does this go to the mall? Cambridge Center Mall. What did I tell you, bro? What did I tell you? Other side of this road. Other side of the road, man. Okay, shut the up. Here? What? And well, and wouldn't you look at that? There's a bus stop right ahead. What? What? So shut the up. I have a headache because of screaming at the top of your lungs and then you never listen to me.
Doesn't mean you yell at your top of your lungs and make the other person suffer.
These guys don't seem like randos. In fact, kind of seems like they know each other and this is just how they bond.
I wasn't yelling in front of your face.
You did actually.
Well, would you look at that? I wonder what that is. Well, have a look at this. It's a bus stop. The one that I've been telling you we were supposed to be at the whole time. And you kept...
Is that where the bus stopped earlier? No. It wasn't, buddy.
Yeah, you don't get on the same bus. You got off earlier to go to the opposite of where you want to go. Like the bus that went here was where we wanted to go.
It's not going anywhere, you understand? This video is not going anywhere. If I find out it is...
So that bus that dropped us where we got off goes this way. To get to the other side where we want to go goes this way. I've taken the bus hundreds and hundreds of times. I'm not deleting. I'm not deleting. I'm gonna show all your fans that you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
From YouTube as soon as you upload it.
You don't want all your fans to know? You don't want all your fans to know?
As soon as you upload it, it's getting removed.
Well, I still have I can just re-upload it as many times as I want.
And I get a notification when it gets re-uploaded because I'm subscribed to that channel. And I will remove it every time.
The law of fantastic freakouts is in full swing once again, and this time in a parking garage. I didn't realize it'd be so soon.
What the hell is happening?
This just in, Karen has a real problem with someone's clothes and takes it upon herself to fix it. Poorly.
Why are you? Let me do it. Oh my God. What's up? I have been to work for the state, and if I have to watch your cheeks hanging out again, I will call CPS. Do it. So I will.
As someone who used to lift boxes for a living, I don't agree with it, but I do get it.
This is all your fault.
This is a follow-up to one of the clips we had earlier. It gets wild, folks.
Are you Ida?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Good.
Good to meet you. So, these little girls have continued to incite a mob, and I've been harassed all day. Not only did you take it, they took it down from St. George Post and her Facebook, but now she put it on Instagram, and now she put it on TikTok.
Okay.
No, remember you looked at my Instagram account and they've been harassing me all day. So I turn notifications off and everything, but they are trying to reach out to they're inciting someone that reaches out for personal information to people to get their personal information, or someone that is known to like hunt people down.
Okay. Like FBI?
Not FBI, but someone that can, I don't know,
It's just a person that will either reach out to communities or through various ways they are able to obtain information and they share it.
As like a private investigator?
Yeah, as a private.
Whether the goal is to get somebody fired, something like that. They
continue to tag this guy and reach out to this guy to find it, my personal private information.
Sure.
And all of my stuff is usually private anyway. I don't normally disseminate my stuff out there. But in this particular situation, I told them who I was because not only were there minors involved that were all seated around me, but my son was present as well. And so that's the only reason why I was like, listen, charges can happen. You're hanging out, your private parts are hanging out in private in front of minors. That's not something that you should take lightly, cover up. But it doesn't give them the right to disseminate my information publicly like that and to try to harass me to the extent that I've been having it. I believe I'm 100% in believing in freedom of speech but when you omit, delete, and make it seem like one situation is totally different than the other and then accuse me of sexual harassment without the facts, at some point something needs to be done, it needs to be stopped, and they have a reputation for doing this, which is why none of the minor kids wanted to get up and say anything. And so
the video she posted has currently reached 517,000 views.
Damn.
Yeah, when you do things like that in public, the titles the internet gives you will only get worse from there.
The hard part is, even if it's edited and made and deleted, obviously you could be looking at slander if it's not completely true, but the fact that you did touch her skirt, she can claim, if she wants, she can claim sexual battery, right? Mm-hmm. She hasn't. There's no legal investigation right now on either of you. Nobody's in trouble right now for any of that stuff, but it would have to be founded, right, on both ends, right? We know that you saw this, but we don't have any video evidence of her hanging out. We don't have any witnesses that have come forward and said this is what's happening other than I only have your account.
Because most of them were men, and I forwarded you a text message of the person that was with me that was a male, and it was like, I would be arrested in a nanosecond if I was sexually accused of touching someone inappropriately.
Well, yeah,
right?
Not touching, I just mean they saw. The witnesses come forward, there's documentation for it, that kind of thing.
But because of the sensitivity of the nature, and everyone thought she was a minor because she did look like a minor, and there was a ton of kids. It was the high school ball.
Did you think she was a minor?
Yes, I did. I actually thought she was, and that's why I was like,
I just don't understand. I don't understand why you went up and touched her.
I didn't touch her as a person.
I mean, you can find it, but you see how that looks, right?
I got a standing ovation from everyone that was seating behind me.
That's totally beside the point.
Oof, absolutely devastating blow from the cops here.
Well, they weren't covering up, and
call us. That's what I was trying to tell you.
I was trying to. You could see me on the video trying to dial the phone.
You told me that it would take too long for us to get there, so you didn't.
No, that's what But I was trying to dial you guys, but because they had everyone storming in, and you could see how they were being.
They thought she was sexually battered.
That's
her claim.
That's her claim.
That's her claim, and all she knows is somebody grabbed her from behind.
No, because I told her that her parts were hanging out. And then when nothing was being done and all the little kids behind me were just staring, that's when I proceeded to cover, and I was trying to dial. I mean, you see me on the video where I have my phone in hand and I'm trying to dial, but I couldn't even dial. And then that's when the owner was coming up. So it's all
I understand that
perception.
there's inappropriateness with how she's dressed. I can totally understand that portion. I can understand that things got blown out of proportion, and I can understand your standpoint from it. But I guess, what do you want me to do?
Well, the posts need to come down, and they need to stop.
Freedom of speech. There's no crime.
Not when they
can say whatever they want.
No, but I mean, they're reaching me. I mean, all their little friends.
Have you told them to stop talking to you?
No, because.
Try that.
No, because then that is me instigating them.
But that's the only way that they can be harassing you. If you tell them to not contact you and then they contact you, then that's criminal.
Well,
If you don't say anything and you're engaging in it, then this is just a civil banter that. The unfortunate thing is you're held to a little bit higher standard than that.
Oh, but then if I engage in the conversation, then that makes it appear like
you don't have to.
I am.
I'm just telling you, I can't do much. Legally, there is no. I can't tell them to stop posting anything.
So what would be
it's
your
freedom of
best
speech.
advice for her to respond? Should she come up with a drafted response of, please do not contact me any further?
That's what I tell everybody that has any claims for any type of electronic communication harassment. The hard part was, if they do contact you, yeah, we're going to have a crime. I'd have to contact these girls.
But the cop isn't done dishing out devastating blows quite yet.
So that's the only reason why I was like, if you don't cover your private parts and someone goes and reports it, like, it's worse that you're 18 or 19 because you're an adult and there's, right?
Sure,
so,
but and it would have been perfect if we would have been there to help that.
Right.
Now we're in a limbo where you have acted in a capacity that was also inappropriate and illegal. Technically, as it is a crime. You cannot touch somebody if they do not want to be touched, and especially if it's in the area. If you pull her skirt down and that's touching her buttocks.
Well, I didn't touch her buttocks.
But her skirt is.
Her skirt was way beyond her buttock. I mean,
I'm saying what was she say?
About her privates.
What will she say? And the classification for disorderly conduct for you touching her is nothing but sexual battery is a class A.
Being a Karen isn't necessarily always a crime, but in this case...
I stood my ground even though they had more...
Even standing your ground though, if you would have never touched her skirt, I mean, I'm filing on her all day.
Yeah, I know.
Right? I have that against her. And I would be reaching out for those witnesses to say, is this happening? Because if this is happening, we got a problem. But now if I investigate this, it's most likely going to come onto you as well.
Yeah, no.
And I don't want that to happen for either of you. I don't want you to be exploited in the internet by any means. I don't want anybody to have to go through that.
Yeah, but I'm an adult, you know what I mean? And if people were to hear my side, it would take a totally different.
So make a.
You think that?
So repost your own. You have the right to it and say here's the second half of the story and find your own witnesses and you can do that, right? The same that you can. It's just, is it worth it to you?
No.
That's her.
No, because
And I promise this fizzles out very soon because there's not. If you haven't reacted yet. Through even social media and stuff. If you haven't reacted, you've got to. It's doing this immediately.
Yeah.
Now let's hear the other side of the story.
So she came up, did that, and then she touches me, or she does that, and then she says, "You're underage. You should probably hide that. If you think I'm underage, why are you touching a minor at all? Especially if you think I don't have underwear on."
Yeah, the logic wasn't there.
No.
For me, that's why I was wondering when you mentioned that you thought she might be drinking. I thought there was a judgment issue maybe going on too.
Right. And then she came back up a second time after Avery came up. Our other friend Avery, fun fact, same name, she was standing right next to her. And the second time she came up, she touched both their hips and squeezed them. Like pinched us. And said she was going to call Child Protective Services if she saw and then the rest was on video.
I saw the video and I think 57,000 other people saw it too.
Yeah.
When the first time, she never said anything, you turned around, when the first touch, was that just skirt or was that your body?
It's not looking any better for Karen here.
No, that was my body and my skirt.
So my perspective was, because I had a perfect view of it, she's sitting on the bed tray, and it looked like she got up and said something to her husband or the dude that she was with, handed him something, and then she just sassily walked right up to her, and I don't think she said anything. She just pulled the skirt down, then says something, and then walks back. And then that's when I told her, I was like, hey, she just pulled her skirt down, that was weird.
And then we all started talking.
Yeah, so then there's this group, they're talking, they're saying this stuff, they're all looking at her for probably maybe 80 seconds, 90 seconds. And then she gets up again, comes over, and that's when they started going back and forth. I let her go for a sec, and then I went over and was just kind of tripping. I'm like, what are you doing? Don't talk to her, you have no right, blah, blah.
And there was mention of where she was saying, in the video, she said, I don't want to see your whole cheeks, right?
Yeah, but yeah.
And even if it was a little bit of, let's say, butt exposed, right? You're not talking your You're correct?
I had
So,
shorts and underwear on.
and so she's also claiming that they couldn't have been on because she saw, like I said,
I'd fallen, yeah.
in detail, which that's why I asked those questions, just to see.
She's a video of her going vision out.
I got that video, and that's why, so I can confirm that too. I'm just checking that you were wearing underwear. You were wearing shorts over your underwear underneath the skirt.
A little bit of preamble. Don't worry, I promise it'll be worth the wait.
Okay, so I told you I'd do a full investigation if they came forward, right? So they came forward with their side of the story, I only had yours. After listening to everything, totality about everything going on, I've talked to Sakura, I got some of their video, I've got the TikToks. I think most everybody in the city has that TikTok. And then we've got your statement, her statement, so I'll try to make it as unbiased and fair as I can, right? I do have some concerns from what I've been told by them. Obviously, some things you've also told to me, right? Even when we talk, two wrongs don't make a right. When we were talking about that, I said, there's criminal behavior that's happened, regardless. And the other aspect was, if she was exposed and there was a lewdness aspect, would I investigate it? Absolutely. And that was the other claim, right? Those are two little things. The electronic communication harassment we've addressed. Everything that's come in now is going to be from who knows where. They even mentioned, like, I don't even live in the country, some of these text messages that you're getting. If anything comes in further, you're probably going to have to report that to Santa Clara where you live for the electronic side, because that's going to be now an internet-related crime that's not related.
Well, it's happening while I'm at work, like during business hours while I'm at work, which is why
in the city?
Yeah.
Where are you working?
And now, the moments you've all been waiting for.
So I don't have video. If I didn't have video footage, it'd probably be going a different route with this, because there's video footage and because of the claims made, and I have to protect victims. Today, you're going to be placed under arrest for sexual battery. Okay? So that's the unfortunate side of all this.
You're arresting me?
Right now you are under arrest, okay? So if you'll just face my sergeant and you put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Don't reach in your purse, please.
No, I was just trying to put that.
Just follow those instructions.
And just relax your hands here.
Do you have any vehicle here?
Yeah.
Is something with you?
No.
We can keep it protected.
Come get your car.
I'm sorry, what?
Is there somebody we can call for you to have them come pick up your vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is it you want to call?
Probably my 17-year-old at home. So.
Control.
Just double lock them so they don't cinch your button.
How about one more quick one for the road? Click the video on screen to watch more fantastic Karen Freakouts.